And I was very surprised when I understood that I remember talking to a friend about it, and he couldn't relate to how important this was.
No.
And I was so surprised because for me, it was so obviously important,
Yeah.
especially when I would see my friends, they would go out at night and they would like talk about girls. And I'd be like, you're talking about girls, but like, this is the road to victory. Like, why are you not
Yeah.
interested in it? I was so frustrated.
That's funny. That's
Yeah.
yeah, because that is one of the things that that I think you kind of start. I have watched some of that as well, mainly because I watched Brandon Carter for a period
Uh-huh.
because of his workout videos, and he
Yeah,
was
I
kind
remember.
of doing these collaborations with all of these pickup artists.
Yeah.
Um, and I
Some of them
always
were
thought like,
like,
but like I know like it's fun to get laid, right? But like it was like they made it into the sole goal of your life was to pick up
yeah,
girls, right?
yeah.
And but it definitely worked for you. I like you picked up some girls, that's for sure, right?
When we went, I guess I did. It was weird because, yeah, I don't know. I guess now, like talking about that aspect as well, like you mentioned, when they make it into like their life goal, like that's when it becomes like very unhealthy as well.
Yeah.
And what I had to realize for myself that there were uh, like yeah a lot of stuff in that industry that were super unhealthy for me, at least personally,
Mm.
as much as it benefited me, and probably it benefited me up to a point, and then I would say I reached that point now where it's benefiting me not to be in it anymore.
Yeah.
um yeah, because there was some, and I still some the guy that did the collaboration with what was the
Brandon Carter. Yeah.
Brandon Carter, that guy in particular is very interesting person and very like weird in some ways as well, where I'm like, oh, this is very creepy,
Yeah.
like the content, the videos and stuff. Yeah. So,
Yeah. But that
but
wasn't the guy that you worked for, right? It was
no,
another
I
guy.
get it was another guy, and one of the things that I liked about him was that he was the one introducing me to the silent retreat, which was Vipassana meditation,
Yeah.
and his approach. I remember when I met him was more um he's I guess he sort of used women as like to get sales. Like he used them as like a advertisement for the guys to get in, and then when they got in, he tried to give them what he considered what they really needed, which
Yeah.
was a much more deep change in many ways. And so his teachings, I guess, were not really that focused on women, but more focused on becoming a more full being and living with a purpose, so that you
Yeah.
don't really need the women as much. Because I guess a lot of the guys that have this attachment to the women are because they don't have an attachment to something bigger, or better yet, like a deeper purpose and meaning behind life. So he would sort of try to give them that and give them an experience of feeling much better. And then they could
Mm.
see as a result also their connection with women got better, and
Yeah.
that they didn't have to make it into such a big deal.
So he was
So a
kind
lot
of
more wholesome.
using the women as bait to get these guys in and then
Exactly.
actually teaching them
That's
something real
that's it.
about. Wow.
Yeah, exactly. And there were other stuff in, I guess, especially with how he treated the workers that I didn't agree with,
Yeah.
which eventually was why I left the place. But there was a lot of beauty that happened there, and it opened my eyes to more spiritual teachings and
Mm.
um, I guess self development as a like instead of just that aspect of self development.
Mm.